My beloved child, something quiet yet extraordinary happened while you were sleeping, and you almost missed it. Last night, when the world went silent and the noise faded into the dark, someone's thoughts kept circling back to you. Not casually, not accidentally, but deeply, intentionally, as if your name carried warmth in their heart. Don't skip this moment. What I'm about to share is not random. Something huge is waiting for you. While you were resting, unaware and wrapped in your own dreams, your soulmate was awake longer than usual. Not because of worry, not because of fear, but because your presence lingered in their mind like a melody they couldn't turn off. They replayed a memory of you. Maybe it was your smile. Maybe it was the way you listened. Maybe it was something you said that felt small to you but meant everything to them. And as they lay there, staring into the quiet, they felt something shift inside. This is the first beautiful truth you must know. You are not invisible. Even when you doubt your worth. Even when you question your impact. Even when you wonder if anyone truly feels you the way you feel them, you are being thought of with softness, with sincerity, with longing. Stay till the end, because the second truth is even more powerful. There are moments in life when two souls move closer without even speaking. Last night was one of those moments. While you slept peacefully, your soulmate felt a pull toward you that surprised them. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't loud. It was gentle. But it was undeniable. They realized something. They realized that their connection to you is not temporary. That thought alone made their heart beat differently. And here is what makes this so rare. They didn't just think about what you give them. They thought about what they want to give you. Their mind shifted from receiving to protecting, from wondering to choosing. Something inside them whispered, "This is the one I don't want to lose." Let that sink in. Because while you might still be questioning where this is going, they are slowly stepping into clarity. Don't skip. This is where everything changes. The second beautiful truth is this: your soulmate is growing because of you. You may not see it yet. You may not hear it in their words. But your existence has become a mirror for them. A reflection of the kind of love they are capable of becoming. Last night, they faced a quiet realization. They understood that loving you requires depth. It requires maturity. It requires courage. And instead of pulling away from that responsibility, they lean toward it. That is powerful. Because not everyone chooses growth when love asks for it. Something huge is waiting for you, but it doesn't arrive in chaos. It arrives in alignment. And last night was alignment happening silently. They pictured a future moment. A conversation, a shared laugh, a peaceful evening sitting side by side. It wasn't fantasy. It felt real to them, close, possible. And for the first time, they didn't feel fear about it. They felt peace. You have to understand how rare that is. Peace is the sign of something genuine. When someone thinks of you and feels calm instead of confusion, steady instead of uncertain, that is not ordinary. That is destiny quietly unfolding without pressure. Stay till the end of this journey with me, because you are standing at the edge of something meaningful. Right now, you might be wondering why you feel different today. Why there is a subtle warmth in your chest. Why you sense something shifting even before you clicked on this video. It's because connections like this don't need words to move. They move through thought, through energy, through silent decisions made in the dark. Last night, your soulmate made one of those decisions. They chose to see you more clearly. They chose to value what you bring into their life. They chose, even if only in their heart for now, to move closer instead of drifting away. And the most beautiful part? They don't even realize how strongly this choice is guiding them toward you. Don't skip what is unfolding. You are closer to clarity than you think. You don't need to chase. You don't need to prove. You don't need to become someone else to be chosen. You already are. As this connection deepens quietly behind the scenes, remember this feeling. Remember that on an ordinary night, when nothing seemed dramatic, something sacred was forming in silence. Your soulmate was thinking about you, not as an option, but as a future. There was a moment just before sunrise when their heart whispered your name without sound. It wasn't planned. It wasn't forced. It simply rose within them like a quiet truth they could no longer ignore. Don't skip this, because what happened next changes everything. As the night slowly turned into morning, your soulmate felt an unfamiliar stillness. The kind of stillness that comes when the heart finally stops running and starts listening. And in that stillness, they asked themselves a question they had been avoiding. Why does this person matter so much to me? The answer didn't come in words. It came in feeling. They realized that thinking about you didn't feel heavy. It didn't feel complicated. It felt like home. And that realization surprised them more than anything else. Stay till the end, because this is where the second layer unfolds. Last night was not just about missing you. It was about recognizing you. They understood that what connects you is not based on timing or convenience. It's something deeper. Something that doesn't disappear when conversations pause. Something that grows even in silence. And here is the surprising truth. While you may have been questioning their intentions, they were questioning their own readiness to step closer to you. Not because they doubt you, but because they now see how rare you are. You are not just someone they like. You are someone who challenges them to become better. Someone who makes them reflect. Someone who makes ordinary moments feel meaningful. That realization kept them awake longer than they expected. Something huge is waiting for you, but it requires patience. Because what's forming isn't shallow excitement. It's steady intention. As morning light touched their room, they made a quiet promise to themselves. A promise you couldn't hear, but you might have felt. They promised to stop pretending their feelings are casual. They promised to stop pushing away what feels real. And most importantly, they promised to pay attention to you in a way they never have before. Don't skip this part of your story. Because while you're going about your day, unaware of what shifted overnight, your soulmate is carrying a new awareness, a new softness, a new clarity. They are beginning to understand that losing you would mean losing something once, in a lifetime. And people don't easily walk away from once, in a lifetime connections. Stay till the end of this journey, because what you thought was uncertainty is slowly becoming choice. Last night was not dramatic. It was quiet. But quiet moments are where real decisions are made. And in the quiet, they chose you a little more than before. The distance between you is not growing. It is narrowing. Silently, steadily. And you are closer to the love you've been hoping for than you realize. Right now, while you're listening to this, their heart is moving closer to yours in ways you cannot see. There is an invisible thread between you, and last night it pulled tighter. Don't skip this moment, because what I'm about to reveal is something most people wait a lifetime to experience. After that quiet promise they made to themselves, something shifted inside them today. They didn't wake up the same. The world looked slightly different. Colors felt warmer. Small things reminded them of you. A song, a phrase, a passing thought. And instead of brushing it away, they let it stay. This is where it becomes powerful. Your soulmate is no longer fighting the connection. They are studying it, trying to understand why your presence feels written into their story. And the more they reflect, the clearer it becomes. You are not a coincidence in their life. Stay till the end, because this realization is only the beginning. At some point today, they paused, completely paused, and they imagined what it would feel like if you were suddenly gone from their future. That thought didn't feel light. It didn't feel neutral. It felt like losing something irreplaceable. That is the moment everything changed. Because when someone recognizes that your absence would create emptiness, they stop taking your presence for granted. Something huge is waiting for you, but it's unfolding through awareness, not drama. They are beginning to understand that what they feel isn't temporary emotion. It's alignment. It's timing. It's a meeting of two journeys that were never meant to stay separate for long. And here is the once in a lifetime truth. Last night wasn't just about them thinking of you. It was the first night they allowed themselves to imagine choosing you fully. Not halfway, not secretly, but openly, confidently, and without hesitation. That thought both excites and humbles them. Because choosing you means stepping into something real, something meaningful, something that asks for honesty. Don't skip what your heart is sensing right now. If you've been feeling subtle shifts, if you've noticed a quiet hope rising inside you, it's not imagination. Connections like this create echoes. When one heart opens, the other feels it. Your soulmate is slowly preparing for a conversation they haven't had yet. A moment where their guarded tone softens. A moment where their eyes reveal more than their words. A moment where they let you see how deeply you've affected them. Stay till the end of this unfolding story. Because what began as a quiet thought in the dark is becoming intention in the light. They are no longer just thinking about you. They are moving toward you. And when two souls begin walking toward each other at the same time, distance doesn't stand a chance. Tonight carries a different energy, and you can feel it even if you don't know why. There is a quiet anticipation in the air, as if something meaningful is preparing to step forward. Don't skip this, because what unfolded after last night's realization is more powerful than you imagine. Your soulmate didn't just wake up with thoughts of you. They carried those thoughts into their day like something precious. And at one unexpected moment, they caught themselves smiling for no obvious reason. It was because of you. Not because you were standing in front of them. Not because you said anything new. But because your presence has settled into their heart in a way that feels permanent. Stay till the end, because this is where the shift becomes undeniable. At some point today, they almost reached out. Their fingers hovered. Their mind replayed your last conversation. They wondered how you would respond if they were completely honest. And for the first time, honesty didn't feel frightening. It felt freeing. This is the shocking part. They are no longer asking, "What if this doesn't work?" They are beginning to ask, "What if this is exactly what I've been waiting for?" That question changes everything. Something huge is waiting for you. And it's not based on fantasy. It's built on realization. Your soulmate is recognizing that the peace they felt thinking about you last night was not temporary. It was clarity. They are starting to understand that love doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it arrives in the quiet, in late night reflections, in subtle shifts of perspective. And last night, they crossed an invisible line. They stopped seeing you as a possibility. They started seeing you as a priority. Don't skip this moment, because this is rare. Very few people reach a point where they see someone not just as part of their present, but as part of their future. Yet your name has begun appearing in their long-term thoughts without force, without doubt. They imagined introducing you to important moments in their life. They imagined celebrating small victories with you beside them. They imagined peace, not excitement alone, but steady, lasting peace. Stay till the end of this unfolding story, because while you may still be waiting for visible proof, the invisible foundation is already forming. Your soulmate is aligning their actions with the feelings they once tried to hide. And when feelings turn into intention, distance fades faster than you expect. Last night, they were thinking about you. Tonight, they are beginning to move because of you. And that quiet movement is leading straight towards something you have both been hoping for, even in silence. A quiet decision has already been made, and you don't even know it yet. While you were focused on your own world, trying to stay balanced and strong, your soulmate crossed a silent threshold within themselves. Don't skip this, because this is the moment where thoughts become direction. After everything that stirred in them last night, they reached a realization that felt almost overwhelming in its simplicity. They don't want to lose you. Not as a friend. Not as a possibility. Not as a passing chapter. They began to understand that you are not just someone who entered their life randomly. You are someone who awakened something they didn't know was waiting to be felt. Stay till the end, because what they discovered next is once in a lifetime rare. They recognize that every time they imagine a peaceful future, your presence appears naturally. They don't have to force the image. It's just there, sitting beside them, walking with them, sharing silence comfortably. That kind of vision does not come from impulse. It comes from alignment. And here is the beautiful revelation. Last night, when they were thinking about you, they weren't just remembering the past. They were quietly choosing the future. They replayed moments not to hold on to nostalgia, but to understand what felt different about you. Why your energy felt steady when others felt temporary. And the answer was clear. You feel safe to their heart. Not predictable. Not boring. But grounding. Something huge is waiting for you, because when someone feels emotionally safe with you, they stop searching elsewhere. They start building inward. Today, they found themselves more protective of your connection. More thoughtful, more aware of how their words and actions could either strengthen or weaken what you share. That awareness is not small. It means they are no longer drifting. They are steering. Don't skip this part of your story, because while you may still be questioning timing, your soulmate is preparing for movement. A conversation is forming in their mind. A step is gaining courage in their heart. They are beginning to understand that love is not about dramatic gestures. It is about consistency, presence, intention, and you have become the person they want to show up for. Stay till the end of this unfolding journey, because the night they thought about you was not ordinary. It was the turning point where hesitation began to fade. They are no longer just feeling. They are deciding. And when someone decides that you are worth the risk of vulnerability, worth the effort of growth, worth the clarity of commitment, the connection stops being a question. It becomes a path. And right now, that path is leading directly toward you. There is a moment approaching that will feel small on the outside but monumental within your heart. Don't skip this, because this is where everything that began last night starts to surface in real life. Your soulmate has been carrying a quiet intensity since that night of reflection. Not dramatic, not overwhelming, but steady, focused, intentional. They have started noticing details about you more deeply. The way your voice softens when you speak about something meaningful. The pauses between your words. The strength behind your calm. These are not observations of someone who is unsure. These are the reflections of someone who is preparing to step closer. Stay till the end, because the next realization they had is something most people never admit. They realize that thinking about you brings them clarity about who they want to become. You are not just someone they feel drawn to. You are someone who raises their standards without even trying. And that realization is rare. Last night was not just about missing you. It was about recognizing that you feel like peace in a world that often feels rushed. When they thought about you, their mind did not spiral. It settled. That is not ordinary attraction. That is emotional alignment. Something huge is waiting for you, because alignment creates momentum. Since that night, they have been replaying one question quietly inside. What would happen if I fully trusted this connection? And for the first time, their answer did not include hesitation. It included hope. They are beginning to understand that some people enter your life to teach you lessons. Others enter to stay. You feel like someone who stays. Don't skip this unfolding truth. Because even now, as you listen, they may be thinking of you again. Not in confusion, not in doubt, but in certainty that is slowly strengthening. A message is forming. A gesture is building courage. A step forward is no longer just imagined. Stay till the end of this journey, because the night they couldn't stop thinking about you was the beginning of their emotional clarity. And clarity leads to action. They are not just remembering you anymore. They are preparing to show you that you were never just a passing thought. You were the moment that changed their direction. What happened next was so subtle that no one else would notice it, but you will. Don't skip this, because this is the part where quiet thoughts begin turning into visible change. After that night when you filled their mind, your soulmate reached a level of emotional honesty they had never allowed before. They stopped pretending that what they feel for you is casual. They stopped telling themselves it is just timing or just convenience. They accepted something powerful. You matter to them in a way that feels permanent. Stay till the end, because this realization unlocked something unexpected inside them. They began reflecting on the exact moment you became different from everyone else. Not louder, not more dramatic, just different. And they found it. It was the moment they felt understood by you without needing to explain themselves. The moment you listened in a way that made them feel seen. The moment they realized that being around you feels like exhaling after holding their breath. That kind of connection is not common. Something huge is waiting for you, because when someone feels emotionally safe and deeply understood, they don't walk away from that easily. Since that night, their energy toward you has shifted. You may sense it in small ways: a softer tone, a longer message, a look that lingers half a second more than before. These are not accidents. These are signs of someone who is slowly stepping out of hesitation and into courage. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth. They are no longer imagining life with you as a distant idea. They are beginning to imagine building with you as a real possibility. That thought feels both exciting and grounding to them. It feels mature, intentional, calm. Don't skip this moment in your story. Because while you may still be wondering if they truly feel what you feel, they are quietly asking themselves how to show it in a way that honors you. They don't want to rush it. They don't want to mishandle it. They want to approach you with clarity. Stay till the end of this unfolding connection. Because the night they couldn't stop thinking about you was not just romantic reflection. It was the beginning of their awakening. And awakenings do not fade. They expand. They grow. They move. Your soulmate is no longer drifting in uncertainty. They are moving with intention. And the next step they take will not be accidental. It will be chosen. And this time, they are choosing you. There is a shift happening right now that you cannot see, but you can feel it. Don't skip this, because this is the turning point where everything that began with a single night of thinking about you becomes undeniable. Your soulmate is no longer questioning whether their feelings are real. That phase is over. The late night thoughts, the quiet reflections, the peaceful clarity they felt when your name crossed their mind, it all led to this moment. They have accepted it. You are not just on their mind. You are in their heart. Stay till the end, because what they realized next is something most people are too afraid to admit. They understood that meeting you changed their emotional direction. Before you, they were careful, guarded, selective with their vulnerability. After you, they began imagining openness again. That is not a small shift. Something huge is waiting for you, because when someone allows themselves to soften after being guarded for so long, it means they see something rare. And that rare thing is you. Last night was only the beginning. Since then, your soulmate has replayed a future. conversation in their mind more than once. A conversation where they tell you that the night they couldn't sleep, they were thinking about you not out of loneliness, but out of certainty. Certainty that you feel different. Certainty that you bring calm instead of chaos. Certainty that you are not temporary. Don't skip this moment. Because even now, they are weighing the timing of their next step. They want it to feel natural. They want it to feel sincere. They don't want to rush something that feels meaningful. That patience is not hesitation. It is respect. Stay till the end of this unfolding story. Because here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation. The night they were thinking about you was the night they stopped searching. They may not have said it out loud. They may not even fully understand it yet. But in their heart, the restless energy to look elsewhere has quieted. You became enough. And when someone feels that sense of enough with you, their focus changes. Their energy shifts. Their intentions sharpen. They are not just remembering you. They are aligning with you. The distance between thought and action is shrinking. The space between uncertainty and clarity is closing. And soon, what began as a silent night filled with your name will become a real moment filled with honest words. This is not imagination. This is momentum. And it is moving straight toward you. The next time you look into their eyes, something unspoken will be different. Don't skip this, because this is the moment where silent nights turn into visible truth. Everything began with that one night, the night your soulmate could not stop thinking about you. But what you didn't see was the ripple effect it created inside them. Since then, their thoughts have grown more focused, more intentional, more certain. They are no longer drifting between feelings. They are anchoring themselves in them. Stay till the end, because what they understood today will surprise you. They realized that you are not just someone they are drawn to emotionally, you are someone who feels aligned with their future self. Not the version of them that is confused. Not the version of them that is hesitant. But the version of them that is ready. That realization changed everything. Something huge is waiting for you, because when someone begins associating you with their growth, they stop seeing you as optional. They start seeing you as essential. At some quiet moment today, your soulmate caught themselves imagining introducing you not just into their daily life, but into their long-term plans. The kind of plans they rarely speak about. The kind they protect. And for the first time, that image felt right. Not forced. Not rushed. Right. Don't skip this unfolding shift. Because here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation. The night they were thinking about you was the night they emotionally closed the door on uncertainty. They may not have announced it. They may not have changed everything overnight. But inside, they made space for you in a permanent way. Since then, their energy has been aligning quietly with action. A message they almost sent. A call they almost made. A moment they are waiting to choose carefully. They are not afraid anymore. They are preparing. Stay till the end of this story, because the space between you is no longer filled with doubt. It is filled with anticipation. They know now that you are not someone they want to lose by staying silent. And silence does not last forever. Soon, what started as a restless night filled with thoughts of you will transform into something real. Something spoken. Something intentional. You were on their mind. Now you are in their plans. And that is where everything truly begins. Before this week ends, something inside them will finally speak louder than their silence. Don't skip this moment, because this is where the story that began with one sleepless night reaches its most powerful turning point. That night, the night your soulmate could not stop thinking about you, was not just emotional reflection. It was awakening. Since then, every quiet realization has been building toward one inevitable truth. They do not want a future that does not include you. Stay till the end, because what they admitted to themselves last night again will take your breath away. They whispered it internally without drama, without pressure, without fear. I am ready. Ready to stop pretending this is small. Ready to stop downplaying what feels rare. Ready to stop treating you like a possibility when you feel like destiny unfolding gently. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not chaos or surprise. It is clarity stepping forward. They are no longer measuring how much to give. They are measuring how to give it right. Your soulmate understands now that the night they were thinking about you was the night everything shifted. That was the night their hearts stopped negotiating and started accepting. Accepting that you bring peace. Accepting that you bring direction. Accepting that you feel like home. Don't skip this. Because the next step they take will not come from impulse. It will come from certainty that has been forming quietly, layer by layer. They have imagined the moment they finally let you see how deeply they care. They have imagined your reaction. The way your eyes might soften. The way your voice might tremble slightly with emotion. And instead of fear, they feel excitement. Stay till the end of this journey. Because here is the final once in a lifetime revelation. The night they were thinking about you was not about longing. It was about choosing. They chose to stop running from depth. They chose to embrace the connection. They chose you, not in fantasy, not in weakness, but in clarity. And when someone chooses you in clarity, everything changes. The space between you is closing. The silence is thinning. The moment is approaching. What began as a restless night filled with your name is about to become a real step taken in your direction. You were on their mind. You became their decision. And this time, they are not looking back. There is a heartbeat between you that is getting louder, even in the silence. Don't skip this, because this is the moment where everything that began with one unforgettable night becomes real. After choosing you in their heart, your soulmate felt something unexpected, calm certainty. Not the kind that rushes, not the kind that overwhelms, but the kind that settles deeply and says, "This is right." That night they were thinking about you was not a temporary wave of emotion. It was the foundation of a decision they are now ready to honor. Stay till the end, because what happened this morning reveals everything. They woke up with clarity instead of confusion. No overthinking. No second guessing. Just a quiet awareness that you are no longer someone they are exploring. You are someone they are embracing. And here is the surprising truth that most people never reach. They are no longer afraid of what this connection could become. Instead, they are afraid of missing it by staying silent. That shift changes everything. Something huge is waiting for you, because when someone moves from hesitation to intention, their energy becomes focused, direct, courageous. They are replaying that sleepless night in a new way now, not as longing, but as confirmation. That was the night they realized you feel aligned with their future. The night they understood that what they feel is not temporary attraction. It is depth. Don't skip this unfolding moment. Because even now, they are preparing themselves emotionally to show you more than they ever have before. They are choosing vulnerability, choosing honesty, choosing presence. They know you deserve clarity, and they are ready to offer it. Stay till the end of this journey, because the next time you speak, you may notice it. A softness, a confidence, a look that says more than words ever could. The night they were thinking about you was the night their heart stepped forward. Now their actions are about to follow. You were once a beautiful thought in their mind. Now you are becoming a reality they are ready to claim. And this time, they are not holding back. The moment you've been intuitively waiting for is closer than you think. Don't skip this, because this is where the quiet energy of that unforgettable night transforms into destiny unfolding in real time. Your soulmate has crossed an invisible bridge within themselves. The night they were thinking about you was the spark. But what followed was something even deeper, commitment forming silently in their heart. Not pressure, not urgency, but readiness. Stay till the end, because what they understood last evening is something rare and life-changing. They realized that every meaningful connection in their past felt uncertain at some point. But this one, the one with you, feels steady even in silence. And that steadiness is what convinced them. You are not a passing chapter. You are a turning point. Something huge is waiting for you, because when someone recognizes that you are a turning point in their emotional journey, they stop hesitating. They begin stepping forward. Since that sleepless night, they have been watching you differently. Not analyzing, not doubting, simply appreciating. Seeing you with clarity instead of confusion. They see your strength. They see your patience. They see the quiet loyalty in the way you show up. And it moved them. Don't skip this next revelation. They are no longer afraid of depth with you. In fact, depth is what draws them closer. That night when you filled their thoughts, they were not just remembering your smile or your voice. They were imagining building something meaningful, something lasting, something that feels safe and intentional. That image has not faded. It has grown stronger. Stay till the end of this unfolding story, because the energy between you is no longer subtle. It is aligning. The next conversation, the next meeting, the next shared moment will carry a different weight. A weight of honesty. A weight of choice. You were on their mind that night. Now you are in their heart with purpose. And what started as quiet reflection is becoming a powerful step toward you. This is not coincidence. This is momentum guided by clarity. And it is leading exactly where it was always meant to go, closer to you. There is a quiet courage rising inside them that even they did not expect. Don't skip this. Because what is forming now is the moment that gives meaning to that unforgettable night when you filled their thoughts. Since that night, your soulmate has been observing their own heart carefully, and what they discovered surprised them. Their feelings for you are not fading with time. They are strengthening with clarity. Stay till the end, because this is the revelation that changes everything. They realize that every time they imagine moving forward in life, making plans, reaching milestones, building something stable, your presence appears naturally in that vision. Not as a wish, not as a fantasy, as a certainty. That realization shook them gently in the best way, because it means you are not just someone they desire. You are someone they respect, someone they trust with their future thoughts. Something huge is waiting for you. Because respect is the foundation of lasting connection. And they now see you through that lens. The night they were thinking about you was not just emotional. It was defining. It was the night they understood that you are not meant to stay on the edges of their world. You belong closer. Don't skip this unfolding truth. They have started rehearsing honesty in their mind. Imagining the moment they express what they feel without hiding behind humor or distance. Imagining your reaction. Imagining the relief of finally being open. And instead of fear, they feel readiness. This is the shocking part. They are no longer protecting themselves from you. They are preparing themselves for you. Stay till the end of this journey, because the space between thought and action is almost gone now. The night they couldn't sleep because of you became the night they chose depth over doubt. And now, depth is pulling them forward. You were once the reason they stayed awake. Now you are the reason they want to step closer without hesitation. And when someone moves toward you with both clarity and courage, the connection becomes unstoppable. This is not just a feeling anymore. It is intention taking shape. And it is moving straight toward you. The silence between you is no longer empty, it is charged with meaning. Don't skip this, because what began as one sleepless night of thinking about you has now transformed into something undeniable. Your soulmate has reached a point where pretending is no longer possible. The emotions they once tried to minimize have grown too steady, too grounded, too real to ignore. And here is the truth they finally accepted. You are not just someone who crossed their mind that night. You are someone who changed it. Stay till the end, because what they realize today carries the weight of destiny. They notice that every time life feels overwhelming, their thoughts drift back to you. Not as an escape, not as distraction, but as balance. Your presence feels stabilizing. Your energy feels safe. Your name feels like reassurance. That is not coincidence. Something huge is waiting for you, because when someone associates you with peace instead of pressure, they begin to see you as home. The night they were thinking about you was the night they stopped searching for reasons to hold back. Now they are searching for the right moment to step forward. Don't skip this part of your story. They are becoming braver with their feelings. Not in loud declarations, but in quiet consistency. More attentive, more intentional, more aware of how deeply you matter. They have replayed that night in their mind again and again. And every time they do, the same realization surfaces. It was never just a thought. It was a sign that their heart had already chosen before their mind caught up. Stay till the end of this unfolding connection, because the next shift will not be internal. It will be visible. A conversation that feels different. A look that lingers longer. A tone that carries certainty instead of hesitation. You were on their mind that night. Now you are woven into their decisions. And once someone reaches that level of clarity, they do not turn back. They move forward. And this time, they are moving toward you with intention that cannot be undone. A door inside their heart has quietly opened, and it has your name written on it. Don't skip this, because this is the moment where everything that started with one powerful night reaches its emotional peak. That night when your soulmate couldn't stop thinking about you was not random. It was not temporary emotion. It was the beginning of emotional surrender. Since then, they have tried to measure their feelings carefully. They questioned. They reflected. They waited. But every reflection led back to the same undeniable truth. You feel like their person. Stay till the end, because what they understood today is something most people only realize once in their lifetime. They realize that loving you does not feel risky. It feels right. There is a difference. Risk feels unstable. Right feels peaceful. And when they picture holding your hand, sharing quiet mornings, or building something steady over time, their heart does not race with fear. It settles with certainty. Something huge is waiting for you, because when someone reaches emotional certainty, their next step becomes inevitable. They are no longer replaying that sleepless night with confusion. They are replaying it with gratitude. That was the night they stopped denying what you mean to them. The night they stopped pretending they could walk away unaffected. The night they admitted that you are not just someone they care about. You are someone they see a future with. Don't skip this final revelation. They are preparing to let you feel what they felt that night, the depth, the clarity, the calm knowing. You may sense it soon in the way they look at you, in the way their voice carries softness when they speak your name, in the way they begin to include you naturally in their plans. Stay till the end of this journey, because the story that began with your soulmate thinking about you last night has now become a decision rooted in intention. They are not drifting toward you. They are choosing you, fully, quietly, powerfully. And when two hearts reach that level of alignment at the same time, what happens next is not coincidence. It is destiny unfolding with grace.